Shalom. Before I begin, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Bashem El Shah, Bashem Kakadash, and double honor to the apostles and elders, great millstone, and shalom to the I Kim teaching his word, thought four corners, and true sincerity. I'm back with another lesson through the Spirit by Yahweh, Bashem El Shah. It's like our Lord want to be edifying unto the elect. All right. The true name of God is Yahweh, which means he is or he exists. And the name of his son is Yahweh Shai, which means he saves or he delivers. All right, and Yahweh is going to send Yahweh Shai, all right, which is the son of God. Yahweh Shai, that's his true name. It means he saves or he delivers. It's not Jesus. He's going to send, Yahweh's going to send Yahweh Shai to deliver the elect from the four corners of the earth. All right, while we're in this captivity. Okay, because being under Esau, Edom, this will be our last, captivity. All right, this was not meant to be, long and, drawn out. Just a little season, like it says in Revelation 20, which I'm going to read. How this devil will be let loose, all right, to rule for a period of time. All right, to have us under subjection. So that we could learn our lesson. All right, because for we could learn our lesson because we was disobedient, all right, to the Lord. So while we're coming off this punishment, our mindset, all right, our conversation, our conduct, is to seek the Lord 10 times more, because it was for our mind to go astray. It's like it was our mind to go astray, so we have to seek him, 10 times more. All right, but starting off this Revelation 20:3, he says, and cast him into the bottomless pit. This is the bottomless pit. I'm just talking about Europe because of the lack, all right, or the lacking of, minerals due to the land. It says, and shut him up and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more. All right. Because one of Esau's, Edom's most powerful weapons or strategies is deception. It says, till the 1,000 years shall be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. So, there's a period of time, they like to call the dark ages, like where they say that scientists, astrologers, not astrologers, historians or whatever, say that we don't know what happened during this period of time. It's just a blank, just a blank space of time, all right, which is false. Because you had, Jake, ruling in those areas in Europe, like Scotland and etc. You had, King James, all right. Yeah, prominent kings of our people, all right. But the Lord had it where, this Esau, Edom, was able to get, the one up on us. Due to a plague being sent, or basically weakened us so Esau saw his opportunity to overtake us, and that's exactly what happened. And now you have, fast forward into now, you had the Renaissance, you had the rebirth of the Roman Empire, and today you have this this revised Roman system, America, all right, and NATO and the EU. All right, this is ultimately what it came to be. All right, but it's only to be for a little season. Okay, because this devil was not meant to rule for a long period of time. All right, because the Lord, wants to judge, Esau, Edom. All right, this is Malachi. Malachi 1:4. All right, so this is a precept to prove it as well. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. So, again, all right, going to how they was down during the dark ages, but it says we will return and build the desolate places. That happened, in the Renaissance. But it says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call anything nation forever. All right, so this nation, Esau, Edom, the Edomites, and who are the Edomites? All right, before I keep talking about them, they are the so-called, Caucasians. All right, and the top of these Edomites, you have, select families like the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the main two that everybody knows behind the scenes that's controlling, everything. All right, but these people, all right, the Lord has an indignation against. Even though they're building up now, the Lord is also going to throw them down. Because in their mindset, they have a vision of a new world order to be over. All right, the Israelites to continue to oppress us, to have everybody chipped up, but that's not going to be, all right, the case. All right, because scriptures tell us in Job, in Job 5 and 12, it says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty. Who is the crafty? Esau, Edom. So that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So even though Esau, Edom has this, vision, this dream, I should say, because it's not going to come to pass. He has this dream of continuing ruling. It won't happen. That's just him being prideful. All right, that's one of his great traits, being very proud and prideful. But the Lord's going to ultimately, humble him. Because he even says it in Job, also in Job as well. Slacky. In Job, I can read this as too. Job 14:5. It says, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. That's appointed his bounds that he cannot pass." So Esau, Edom. I'm gonna start at 4. It says, "Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one." So Esau, Edom, I can never change. Yeah, he's meant to be the wicked. He's going to be the wicked. All right. In the 5th verse, just going into how again I talked about him being let loose a little season. When you think about a season, right, it's not something that's just forever. It's only for a period of time. Like you have winter, you have fall, you have spring, you have summers for a point of time. And Esau, Edom, he has been let loose for a little season, all right, for a little time to rule, and we're coming into the end of that. As you can see, what's going on with the issues with Israel and Iran and Russia and people, claiming that we are in a world war, in which we are. All right, it hasn't been officially called World War III, but this is definitely, World War III. And it's also going to, get worse and worse, according to prophecy. All right, the plagues are sent, and who can turn them back? All right, nobody. Or if you're paraphrasing, what it says in 2 Ezra 16. But it's ultimately, great news for the men of Yahweh Shemel Shah that's been, hastening the day. Because we want to get the fuck up out of here. We tired of the bullshit. We tired of the working. We tired of the, the taxes. All right, we tired of the wickedness. Mainly, being spread forth throughout the 4 corners of the earth. So there has to be a change, all right? And there will be a change once Yahweh Shai returns, all right? Because that's what it's ultimately coming down to, Yahweh Shai, okay? It's Isaiah 9, 6, it says, "For unto us a child is born, and unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace." That's ultimately Yahweh Shai. All right, the Prince of Peace. All right, peace is coming once he sets up his rulership. Once Esau Edom gets taken down and the kingdom gets set up, just imagine the peace. All right, it's like you watch, certain movies. It's like him talking fast. Spirit. It's like when you watch certain movies. All right, shows. How you wake up, you hear the birds chirping. It's just a day, just a bright, sunny day. You wake up. All right, you just smell the flowers from outside, just a fresh breeze, and all right, you got the woman, next to you, your woman next to you, etc. Okay, you wake up, you put your slippers on, you go, go down, see your children. All right, like there's not a worry in the world. All right, just a perfect day, and that's ultimately how it's gonna be like every day in the kingdom. It's just a peaceful. A peaceful, righteous, a paradise once Yahweh Shai returns and takes Esau Edom out of power. Right? And people may think, oh, you're crazy. How can you just believe some guy like that scoffer, your space daddy, that scoffer from years ago. All right. He comes down, he just go come out of the sky and just, takes the America down. America's the strongest nation. All right, but how has America been able to get set up? All right, through the Lord, because the scriptures talk about how the Lord set it up one and put it down another. So it's nothing for the Lord to put this shit down. Scripture said the Lord sets up the basis of men. And Esau Edom is a very base and low, man. All right. But continuing on, it says, of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end. All right, this is what we want. All right, a peace where there's it's like an unending, peace. All right. I talked about how that one day is going to be. But imagine that just for eternity. Your mind can't even grasp, eternity. People think, people be like, they wouldn't want to live forever because they're like, what else is there to do? You're just living at that point. Everybody knows is gonna die on. You just gonna live and no. All right, that's you're thinking on a low level. All right, once the Lord have us living, forever, it's not going to be us, but the whole nation. No Israelite is going to just die. It's not going to be a funeral. She got shot in a fucking drive-by, some shit, or this nigga got, overdosed or he died from some sickness. That's not going to happen in the kingdom of heaven. Hence, peace. Okay? How can there be peace there if there's, people dying? All right? Namely, our people. It says, upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever. All right, that forever. It says, the zeal of the Lord Yahweh of hosts will perform this. So this will be performed in the future, and this is a very near future. All right, don't just think that this war is going to be a one and done. No. All right, these gas prices ain't going away. These gas prices ain't going down. They going to continue to skyrocket. All right, it's going to get worse and worse to the point where, all hell is going to break loose. All right, you just think it's the gas. All right, just wait. It's finna get to the food. All right, it's finna get to, all right, people looting. It's going to get to people not going to work anymore because the gas too fucking high. People not paying their rent, and just going to be all out chaos. It's just gonna be a slow but quick, effect. All right, just like how it happened. All right, we were sleeping. One day we woke up. Trump done shot a missile, all right, to Iran. All right, that's how quickly, things can change. And then Iran shooting back and Israel shooting, and now other nations are involved just like that. It's only been, 2-3 weeks? It's only been 2 weeks, I believe, 2-3 weeks. And we got to guess the rest of the year. And we only in the middle of March? Only 3 months in. January, February, March. We got, January, February, March, April. All right, continuing and on. Okay. With that long, this lesson was edifying. Just, quick out of here. Shalom.